Then you have kids and they jacked up because you don't know how to really raise your kids because you've been raised by your grandmother and you don't really know how to be a parent. So for us being together, we had it. Well, first of all, if I knew the family he came from, I probably wouldn't have married him. He ain't tell me all that. Because they jacked up all, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. You know it's true.
Oh, it's true. It's true. She's not playing.
So I was like, how are we going to make this marriage work? Stay in it. Because in the beginning, I was leaving him every other week because he got on my nerves. I couldn't,
I still get on her nerves, y'all. Almost on a daily basis.
And
I get on her nerves. And she gets on my nerves,
2 or 3 times a day.
And she gets on mine, too.
But the truth of the matter, if you love them and you want it to work, then you have to work at it. And without communication, we have to constantly talk. And men have a problem talking. This one had a problem talking. But he passed the people. But he had a problem talking to me. So you can't, when it's you and yours, your own stuff, it's different. But we can go out and tell everybody else how to do it. But you need to be able to do it at the house. When we got to that point where we could talk to each other without me getting mad, because I get mad. I got bad temper. And throwing stuff. That was the first 5 to 10 years. I'm good now. We did a whole lot better. But the communication and then teaching our kids to not get into that same rut. Because we're grandparents. Our oldest grandchild is 5 years old. We're grandparents. And so to teach them how to parent and not do what they saw us do. And that is like, it's priceless.
And let me just go back and just piggyback on something my wife said. One of the things for man, and I'm dealing with this rib piece, I often say I am where I am today, number 1, because of God, and number 2, because of this woman who stands beside me. One of the gifts, amen, thank God. One of the gifts there are 2 gifts, prominent gifts that women have. One is you are a nurturer, just by nature. The second one is you have influence. We see that with Eve. She was able to get Adam to eat because of the power of influence. And sisters, you ought to take that very seriously. You have the power to influence the world. And because my wife is a nurturer, she had, and it was frustrating for her, and it'll be frustrating for you, sisters, you've got to love some stuff out of us. It's same as God. God, to get you where you are, God's got to love some stuff out of you.
Right.
And then he's got to look beyond your frailties and all of your brokenness and still love you anyway. That's a challenge. And so my wife had to love me out of some stuff. R. Kelly song, A Woman Loves, that's the real deal. Nobody loves like a woman. A woman can love to the point that they hurt loving us. Brothers, that's the truth. They will sacrifice themselves to love us. But they have the ability to love stuff out of us and to make us better than what we are. God uses them because they have that nurturing power of a gift, and they have the gift of influence. And a lot of times I don't want to listen to my wife, and I mean knowing she's right. I know she's right. And I want to do it my way because I'm the man, I'm the pastor. But I've had to learn how to listen to my wife because one of the other things is that women see different from us. They do. They see things that we as men don't see. We so oblivious. We just, we be so focused on a whole lot of other things, but women have this intuition. They can see things that we can't see. And I had to get to the point where I trusted what my wife saw. You know, that was some of our biggest battles. I didn't trust what I thought she said she saw. Until after a series of everything she saw was exactly the way it was. And then I had to surrender my little manhood and my little macho-ness and just say, okay, my wife must be on to some things. And I've got to learn how to trust the God in her and trust what she sees. And then allow her to love some stuff out of me. This woman had to love a whole lot of stuff out of me, but I'm mighty grateful, and I'm a beneficiary of the love of this woman who stands by me.
It was worth it, Pastor.
It was worth it?
It was worth it.
Bless his holy name.
Just being a woman isn't enough. It's not enough. We get in marriages, we get in relationships, and we think because we got the woman, we do all the cards. But it's not enough for any man, not just a black man, any man, any woman. It's not just enough being a woman in a relationship. Because we're going to be the ones that take everything that comes. We're going to be the ones there to take all the blows. If it's the children, if he leaves, them still your children. If you sick, still your children. If you feel like you can't go on no more, then who gonna take care of the children? Who gonna take care of the family? We're the ones who have to deal with all that. And I always say to my husband, there is no way I would ever do anything to hurt you, because hurting you is hurting me. I'm not going to hurt myself. So I wouldn't deliberately tell you anything that I think is going to hurt me. I'm just not going to do it. And when it comes to our families, we good. We can deal with people easier when they don't come at our family. At least I can. You come at my family, it's on and popping. We get ready to, it's on. And I tell him, I said, you know, you look at things from a different perspective than I do. I still have to love the people, and I love them. But don't mess with my family. Don't mess with my children. Don't mess with my husband, because I built this. When all those times you were gone and I was there. So until your significant other, your mate, your fiance, your whatever, until you all can get to a place where you can sit and discuss, look, this is going to be your role, this is going to be my role. And we both need to understand that. And all your issues and all my issues, we need to talk about all that and put all that on the table. Because the bigger picture is the end. And we're trying to get to the end result, not all this other stuff. Because the world nobody care about your stuff like you. Can't nobody take care of it like you. And we used to talk about, well, what about the kids? Well, that was me. That wasn't you. What about the kids? What about the kids? What about the kids this? What about the kids that? Because to every woman, I think a successful family, what we look at as success is how our kids are raised, how we take care of our family, how we send our children out looking, if they clean. If somebody come back and say something about you, that child wasn't clean, that affects us, because that means we kind of trifling. So a man, that really, he doesn't see that as being his role. Nor should he really. His job is to be the priest, the protector, and the provider, and expect him to do that. And then we do our role. And as women, I think we sometimes just think, okay, we got what we got, and we can use it when we want to use it, or not use it. And y'all know what I mean. Don't act like y'all know what I mean. Or not use it, and use that to control a man. The brother will be gone. You right, quick, fast, and in a hurry. The brother will be gone. And you'll still be stuck there. And then we want to be in relationships so bad until we're willing to put up with anything, do anything. Negro, go upside your head and it's all right. No. Because if we hold ourselves in high esteem, we don't have to take nothing. 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 We are women of God, children of God. We don't have to put up with nothing, and nor do you have to put up with nothing for somebody to be with you. None of it's worth it. It's about our self-worth and what we mean in a relationship and what we bring to a relationship. Pastor, you so quiet.
Yeah, you're saying
you know
it, girl.
I felt all that.
I didn't know all that was coming at you tonight. Let me just say this to you.